What's up, boys and girls? How you guys doing? In this one, we're talking about social media. We're talking about Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all the good stuff, all the important stuff. We talk about some good content, some bad content. So make sure you follow our Instagram page as well. Speaking of Instagram, so thank you for listening. We love you. Farewell.
Thank you for tuning in to Your Life's a Lie, and here's why with Bray, Sean, and Rye. I guess today we're talking about social media.
Talking about a little bit of Insta, a little bit of Finsta, a little bit of Twitter.
Now, you might be thinking, now, hang on, guys. Hang on just a second. You've already talked about social media before. And
Dude, you're not supposed to tell him. What are you doing?
We were gonna keep that a secret. Don't.
Just gonna pull the wool over their eyes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, man. I mean, is recycling content okay?
I mean, PewDiePie
that's what social media does.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we can do it. We're on social media.
I mean, okay, to be fair, that episode was like, what, 14, I think? 13?
like
maybe?
episode like 9.
9?
Or
Yeah,
8
okay,
or
back
something.
then.
It's way back.
Back then, it was pretty garbage.
I mean, it was fine.
It was
I don't think
fine.
it's garbage.
I think we felt good about it at the time.
If anyone,
probably
I feel good about it now. I don't
Do
know.
you?
I feel like I look back at our old episodes; they're not bad. I mean, there's a couple here and there, but it's like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
It is what it is.
It just be like that. Sometimes you have some missers.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just don't hit the mark.
It's our time to take it off the shelf, dust it off a little bit, wring it out.
Yes, sir.
First question is...
While we're on the topic of social media, we have an Instagram page now.
Mm-hmm.
We really do.
We do. We actually have had it for a while, but only recently have we started using it.
Yes. I actually wanted to start posting stuff on there. I had like a video I was going to put on there that was funny.
Oh, yeah?
And then I'm keeping it for a good one. I'm keeping it for it's a cooker.
Like a episode plug?
It'll be funny.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll wait. Follow us at what is it? Your Life's a Lie, and here's why. It's kind of long.
Yeah, it is long.
But I think Your Life's a Lie is taken.
Might be. We'll check. We'll double check.
We'll check. Your Life's a Lie.
Just
Here's why.
slowly decrease the amount of name we have.
Yes. Give us a follow on Instagram if you want to keep updated with all our hot and spicy memes that not Ryan Lane cooks up.
Yeah, I spend more time than I should cooking up.
I like those memes. We made those memes the other day on your computer. Dude, it was so fun. I was laughing the whole time.
We were just goofing with Photoshop.
I love it.
Well, that's how I've rewired my brain now. It's not healthy. You know, I'm not proud of it, but it's like I see a photo, I'm like, yo, I could meme this. Just because, like, as far as like social media, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Everything that I follow personally is like all memes.
Yeah.
And so it's like, or people that I like, am friends with, or that I care about.
Yeah.
And so it's like I see a photo of Bronson on a train track, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna Photoshop Thomas the Tank Engine behind him.
It was like the angry Thomas the Train. We also had some other ones. We were gonna put Thomas the Train at
Auschwitz.
Yeah, Auschwitz. Like angry Thomas, like dropping off. Like, I don't know.
It'd be funnier if he was happy. If it was happy Thomas.
Toot toot.
And that was when Thomas had left, for he had seen enough.
He had seen everything.
I want to start making some memes and putting them on the page. I will
do it, dude. It's fun.
It is fun. I like it.
I like even now like new meme formats. I'm like, how do I incorporate this?
Yes.
But I feel like I've been making memes for a while. Like that's kind of what not Ryan Lane started out to be.
Yeah.
I would always like make memes and stuff, and it was always black and white for some reason.
Yeah, your old ones.
I liked the idea of an aesthetic of like everything is black and white for social media.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't want to like go back on my main account and like delete or archive everything.
We make a social media that's just black and white.
Well, I have one. I have a
No, you can only post in black and white. A new app.
Huh?
Are you interested?
Yes.
We go in on this. We make $1 billion.
I once had the idea of trying to make myself colorblind so that everything was black and white. To which many people called me out for saying that's not how color blindness works. So there goes that dream.
Dude, do you identify as trans blind?
I do. I do.
I was born blind. I was just never actually blind. Have you seen that?
I did see that. But it was just a meme, wasn't it? I mean,
I identify as
I really
a blind
hope so.
man.
all right, where are we? We've been kind of messing around a little bit. Let's focus up. What's the first question we got here?
It's what content do y'all follow on Instagram? We're starting with Instagram.
We're starting with Insta. And
Instagram's
we're working our way
hot boy.
around. It is.
Instagram's some hot boy.
Personally, I follow mainly meme accounts and then people that I am friends with or bands or artists that I'm interested in. Lately, I've been following a lot of tattoo artists.
Me too. We started a group chat
Yeah,
with that tattoo, and I like that group chat a lot.
I do too. It's fun. It's interesting to see how some people's taste plays out. Not naming any names, but like I mean, to each their own again, but like there's some tattoos that like I would never get in my life, but people think are like way cool. And it's like they probably think the same thing about the shit I sent. Where it's like, like that's kind of gay. It's like it's pretty. Why is there flowers and everything Ryan sends? What the hell is he one of those
I
boys?
Like.
Yeah.
I like, but then other ones that people send, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, tattoos are cool. Like even bad tattoos on people, it's like I'm glad I don't have it, but hopefully they feel really good about it.
Yeah,
because like when we were at Warped, that was a conversation we had where we saw people with tattoos and we were like, oh my god, like a blind man. Did that with his non-dominant hand.
A blind man did that with his 2 feet, 1 foot,
and he had somebody. The gun was powered by like somebody cranking a wheel with their hands, so it would go off and on. Just a mess. So that's what I follow. Yeah. Sean, what do you follow?
I follow like kind of the same thing, memes and people. And then I like to follow like a lot of like National Geographic and like NASA and stuff like that.
Yeah?
I like to keep up on that shit. Like National Geographic, like all their stuff, like all their like photography and everything, like it all looks amazing. Same with NASA, SpaceX too. I like keeping up to date on that. Well,
Elon Musk.
I like the pictures. I never read the descriptions, I'll be honest. But
yo, our CEO just took a mighty boof last night. Here's a cool picture of Mars.
And then also like dog and cat Instagrams. I don't follow those. So I don't like having those on my homepage, but I like having them in my search history. Like I like to seek out dog and cat accounts, and I just
like the two of them getting along together or each separately.
Like
you like dog accounts and cat accounts, or like you look for ones that like combine the
dog
classic
and cat.
Yeah,
See,
cat
I like a bit of both, but I mean when you got a dog and a cat in the same picture, that of course is ideal.
That's pretty cute. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Right on. Do you follow at Cutest Otters?
I love that page, man.
At Cutest Daughters?
No, Cutest Otters.
Ooh,
Otters? Cutest Daughters. Ooh. I'll follow that.
I'd follow.
Do you guys do the Instagram models? Do you guys follow them?
See. Okay,
Sean, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like you do. I feel like Braden doesn't.
Nah, I don't follow Instagram models. I don't follow Instagram models, but I will seek them out sometimes.
In your research.
The same with
any names off the top of your head?
Not like. Okay, there's this one Instagram called Do It for State.
Oh, one of those
And
accounts.
basically, I'll just kind of go there. They'll
you'll browse, you'll window shop.
yeah, I'll window shop.
Okay.
They'll tag like the model in there, and I'll like
yeah.
Okay, I see.
Fine.
Okay.
Same with like Banger Buddy and like all of those. New
I love
ones.
Banger Buddy.
I muted their account, so I still follow them because they're private, but I don't see them on my feed.
So when we send a meme,
That's-
to you,
So I
on
get
there.
it,
that's
yeah.
actually smart. I
because
like
I
that.
hate like just because like they have really good memes or really funny
Well,
like
they-
alcohol
they post
videos,
so much,
but then they have like videos of just ass naked
Ass.
girls, and it's
Yeah.
like okay, like I don't really want this on my feed. You know what I mean?
But
I
if
want the
someone
rest of
sends
the
me a
stuff.
hot
Yeah.
and spicy meme.
I
Precisely.
actually didn't even know that was an option because I've had the issue at work. Like I'll open up Instagram, Banger Buddy will come on, and there will just be like some girl's ass just right there, and I'm like, well, it's a good thing nobody was looking at my phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
At
No,
that
so when it's on your story mode, when they have a story posted on the top, you just hold it and it'll say either view account or mute. And once you click mute, you can either mute their story or you can mute their story and posts. So there's a lot of people that I do follow that I mute either like all the meme pages. I always meet their stories because they always have long ass stories for like of just nothing. And it's like if it's good, they'll just make a post anyway. So it's like, why,
Yeah, cool. I feel like I learned today.
You did. Thanks for tuning in, Sean.
Could you also teach me how to clear my cache and cookies?
No.
No. Could you teach me how to reset my router?
Bray, what do you follow?
I follow lots of car pages. I like me a good car.
Yeah.
I follow lots of hot and spicy memes. I follow the people I care about. Instagram models. I have a story about that. Tell us. I was watching a car video on YouTube the other day, and like there is this sweet BRZ, and it was like lady driven, and I was like, I want to follow her. Like, I want to see this car. I want to see all that. And like I follow her on Instagram, and like it's just ass, and I'm like, I want to see your car. I don't like. I don't want to see your ass. I want to see this hot this. Yeah, I was a little upset. I followed her anyway.
It didn't stop you.
It didn't stop me at all. She's pretty hot, but I mean, I was a little upset. I wanted to see the car more.
See, it something makes me feel happy, but also strange that there's just Instagrams out there completely dedicated to like a girl's ass.
Yeah, basically.
It's dedicated to her ass.
Yep.
I mean, I admire the dedication.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue reading.
I don't know.
I just had to input that.
I follow some old paintball stuff just because it's where I came from. But
yeah.
Other than that,
your roots.
My roots. Basically, it's the same stuff you guys follow.
Yeah. I
don't follow very many Instagram models because I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah, because
it's weird to follow them.
Well, like I'm scrolling, like I almost feel like I'm defeated if I follow one. You know what I mean? like I'll be scrolling through Instagram. I'm like, there's an ass. I'm like, I didn't want to see that right now. Like I didn't ask for it, but I got it. And you know what? I lost. I just feel like I lost somehow.
Like I feel like it's the travel ones that do that to me. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like all these just beautiful ass people, these dudes that are just shredded and perfectly carved,
and like there's no way.
And they're just with this blue ass water, like Cody Co says. He's like that blue ass water, and it's like just perfect photos of like a perfect life. That it's like that's not real. Do you know what I mean? Like
no, like you could go to the gym every day, 6 hours a day for the next 6 years, and you would not look like that.
No,
like it's not fair.
No, and it's like there's so much you can do with photos, be it presets or even Photoshop. I'm not accusing anyone of using Photoshop, of course, but who cares? You know what I mean? Because to make your photo look beautiful, and like those models or the travel vloggers that have like 1 million followers and stuff, it's like they're living a life, and all their followers like see that photo and like, God, I wish that was me. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Like make everyone like almost feel bad.
Maybe I'm gonna follow more like homeless people, where it's like they're living shitty lives, like they're doing daily vlogs, and it's like, yo, I found an old banana in the garbage. We're eating good tonight, fellas. And then it's like, I see that, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, like, I'm doing okay.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Instead of, like, the opposite, where it's like, oh, look at DJ Khaled's mansion. God, I wish that was me. Now
I do follow...
Now I care about money and everything.
Like, I follow, like, Drake, and I like seeing Drake's posts.
Where he, like, comments on, like, 16-year-old girls' photos.
Yeah, I like seeing that on my feed, you know what I'm saying? it's like him with it, like, his could-be daughter, and he's like, yeah, going on a date tonight. And I'm like, oh, sweet, Drake, what you doing?
When he's not actually hanging out with his real son.
I mean, somebody's got to keep an eye on him, right?
I suppose so. How does Instagram, like, influence you?
Influencers, baby.
Influencers? Yeah. Is that like a scientific
No,
phrase?
Influencers is just like people, like I imagine like Logan Paul, like the Paul brothers as being one. Like they could say something and like a lot of people would do it just because they're influencers. You know what I mean?
That's true. I feel like that's for a younger demographic. I feel like right now our demographic is like Supreme Patty.
I love Supreme Patty, dude. He's so funny.
What's the other one? The guy with the sled. Who's been White Boy Dan or something? Or
Dan the Meme Man.
Dan the Meme Man. Yeah.
I haven't seen anything from him in a while.
He came back. Died out. No, he just came back.
Yeah, he slid into like a college like class, like a big old class, like 300
threw
people.
money.
And then he stood on top of like the podium and just chucked hundreds into the and everyone was like, do I like...
And then he slid in. I saw a video of him today where he slid into a bowling alley.
Heck yeah.
But, I feel like I don't know. I kind of don't like Supreme Patty.
I think he's kind of funny.
Like, I'm not saying that he's not funny. I'm just saying that I don't like him. That he's just like such a... you know, a personality where he always has to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just, it's like, can you, I don't know, like do something for you. You know what I mean? And so it's like, and he got his fame for doing things for the camera.
Yep.
And it's like, that's how all of Instagram is. It's like you're doing stuff for the camera.
I follow these guys. I think his name's Christian Hanby. He's from the UK. And it's like kind of like the same thing as Supreme Patty, but like on a lower scale without like weed and alcohol in every video. Mm-hmm. But basically, like they'll be walking through UK, and like I'm pretty sure most of it's fake, but like it's just like it's like a challenge kind of thing. Like they'll be walking by a fountain. He'll be like, "Yo, Hanby, like you're on fire, bro," and he's like, "Oh shit, I have to jump in the fountain." You know what I mean?
I saw somebody making fun of those guys the other day. I think it was Cody Ko, wasn't it?
Probably. But they have some.
I do not like that guy.
No, I follow him because they have some, and he's like, "Yo, bro, that would look good on you." And he pointed at a Windex bottle, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then it's
tattooed on.
He got a tattoo of like a Windex bottle on him.
See, that's the same thing. It's like, is it worth it for the clout? No, it's not. The Instagram, it's like I don't want to feed that beast.
Fire.
Yeah, you know, it's like funny. It's funny that people are stupid, but it's like supporting them is like also not cool. And Supreme Patty is obsessed with those like that ad. He just plugs everything.
Yeah,
he
makes
plugs
a ton of money off of it.
He does. He plugs like the alternative to Juul pods or whatever. Uh-huh. And he plugs I think he does Banger Buddy. I'm pretty sure. That's probably his. And then what was the other thing that he did that I was like, that is really weird? I don't know. He's kind of a weird guy. I mean, you know who I don't like though? Who's coming around? He just started a couple weeks ago, but everyone's plugging him. Who? That ghost of Instagram.
I've seen him.
Where he's got like a gold mask and like all these girls around him all the time. I hate that. I'm not a fan of that.
It's like the ghost of Instagram, but like you don't see his face and he's just covered with ass all the time, and you're like, cool. I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Oh god, I feel like it's so manipulative of like these girls. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they obviously these girls do it for the clout because it's like, oh, Banger Buddy or Supreme Patty's gonna post a video of and tag me in it, so then I'll get all this recognition for it. Yeah, it's like it's just this beast that won't stop feeding itself, man. It's like a flame that just won't go out. And we're just watching it, and it's like it's entertaining, but at what cost?
See, but imagine waking up in the morning. And like you're like, I'm gonna make a post on Instagram and make like $500 today. That's all I gotta do is I have to post on Instagram of me squeezing lemons in my eye, and then I get $500 like to $1,000 or however much money they make. Like isn't like that's stupid off of Instagram.
I feel like you sound I'm not trying to knock it, but you sound like you are interested.
I would do it. I would do it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you would be so fake and you would be a clout chaser or whatever, but, like, that's so effortless and you just get money for doing nothing. Like,
I know, but don't you want to do something meaningful that matters or that you're making something versus, like...
I mean, I could take the money. I could take the money I earn and then make something meaningful.
But would you? No, because it's like all of these characters. No, maybe not you. I'm not saying you, but I mean everyone else. It's like...
No, they don't.
That's not what they do.
They don't do anything. They just smoke weed.
Yeah, they smoke weed, and then they make more videos, and then the videos make them more money. They smoke more weed, and then it just goes on forever.
Sean, I feel like, are you pretty prevalent on social media? Do you get on pretty often?
I mean, I get it to just like distract and entertain myself, but I've never really posted or anything.
Do you follow like Hairless Apes accounts?
No.
Why not?
Because I keep reporting all of them every time they show up.
They've all been.
Ryan is the band.
They've all been blocked. They've all been muted.
Yo, Instagram, check this shit out. I told you he keeps making Hairless Apes accounts. Shut it down.
They're gonna get.
Shut it down.
People are gonna see them. They're gonna
be like, wow, those kind of look like us.
They're gonna get it.
They don't.
They'll get it.
They don't. So everyone knows they don't look like us. They look like if you microwaved an old man. Sean, for like 10 years.
Quick side topic. Sean, I have a lot of people that want to talk to you about Hairless Apes.
Let them come.
Okay, I will.
We're in a meme group called Hairless Ape Fans or something. Hairless Ape Lovers.
Fans, yeah.
Although we don't send Hairless Ape related posts.
No. I might start.
Just straight up memes. But if anyone wants to join, let us know because we're very active.
We have like 32 people in there. And a lot of people don't post, but like I'm pretty active on there.
I like
me?
to think that we're like a lot of people's sources of memes.
I think we are, because
we've
like
spent a long time like following our own accounts and everything.
Yeah.
Do you remember that when me and Braden went to the Uintas for 2 days and there was 0 memes sent, or there was like 1 meme sent and it was stale? It was a gross meme. Not even good.
Like the meme chat died for a minute. We had to revive it. We had to get out the defibrillators and just bring back the meme chat. Ryan, you will go off on that chat sometimes, and I like it a lot.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I'll just have like an extra like 10 minutes, and honestly, like my feed is just like, it's pretty damn good memes for the most part. Like just really good. So it's like I can just send them so quick and just have a good time. And it's like a lot of it is like I don't think I'd care for memes as much if I didn't send them to anyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I like a good laugh, but it would be like no drive. It's like a sharing aspect of like, yo, I want everyone to see this. The thing, if you join our group message and you're active in it, like the stuff, like the posts, because like there's like 30 people in the account. 95% of them say they look at it regularly, but like 2 of them, and I think it's just us 3. Like the photos other people send.
Sometimes Haley likes it.
Sometimes Bronson.
Sometimes Sean Richardson. Sometimes.
No, Paige posts a lot.
She posts like screenshots of like Facebook posts. Yeah. God bless you. Not taking anything away.
They're all innocent, and I love them. Keeps.
I just like when you send a good meme, like at the beginning of that meme chat, you would send a meme and you know it was fire if it got like 8 likes. You're like, damn, everyone liked that.
Yeah.
And now it's like 4 likes. You're like, oh, that was pretty good.
Here's the trick though: if you only send 1 meme, that gets you more likes in the group chat.
I know.
If you send like 10 memes, like it gets skipped over or it gets forgotten to liked or whatever. There's something that happens. But like every time, if you look at it, if there's ever just 1 meme sent in the chat, it always gets like 5 or 6.
I love how in that meme chat you also see the dynamic of the people, because like Bronson will always send videos of like people like dying on a motorcycle.
Yeah,
and I won't like it. I'll watch it and I'm like, damn, that was pretty rough. But then like you'll send some like pretty fire memes, and then Paige will send like the family friendly like Facebook kind of, which I like that. I do like. There's some good memes.
There's some good clean humor out there.
I like it.
I like to think that I have a lot of range with the memes. Sometimes I'll throw in some edgy ones, like people fucking dying, and then I'll throw in like
I think my favorite is the compilations where they put it to a song, like a catchy song, and it's just like,
it's like Mr. Blue Sky, and it's like people are just getting wrecked.
It's just like there's always like the cat with 2 legs that's like running.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm talking about.
No, you know what? I've been a little fascinated with social media with people dying. Do you know what I mean? Like those accounts are very popular, and even me, like I'll like look at the accounts of like the worst car crashes. Sometimes I send those too because they're just crazy. But it's like, why are we so interested in that? Of just people getting like I watched one where a dude got hit. He was on a motorcycle. A semi truck ran a red light, and it launched his body like 50 feet.
Yeah,
and I was like, I saw that, and I was like, what the hell? Like, but I couldn't stop watching it. Like, why is that we like?
I sent one the other day that was kind of funny because the dude got T-boned by a car, and then he had so much adrenaline, and like he hit into a pole, and he stood up, and the pole fell on him. And I was just like, oh man,
that was rough.
Like he was fine, and then he got up, and the pole probably did more damage than like the car.
Oh my god!
Oh, good times. Good times.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know why those are so interesting, but for some reason you just can't look away.
Yeah, because it's like new. It's like I've never seen someone die, well, not in person at least.
I almost got in a car crash today.
Really?
Like a pretty good one.
Tell me about it.
I was getting off the Springville exit.
Yep.
And there was a girl, and I like passed her, and she was like, think like typical girl who vapes. That isn't cute. Like no, that isn't a cute girl. Thank you for asking, so I didn't have to say it. Typical girl like that, right?
Yes.
I passed her. She's like ripping a fat cloud.
Yep.
And like I'm in the lane next to her. I'm not even passing her. Like, or I'm just driving faster in the lane next to her.
Yep.
And then like all of a sudden, like she's like on. I see her on her phone and like swerving into me.
Yep.
And we were like I don't know why, but I just like gassed it instead of like slammed on the brake. I don't know. We were going like 60 or something, and she was like a foot away from me.
Yeah.
And like, because she was like texting, right? And like she like looked at me, and I was just like,
what's up?
Just like, what? Like, and then she like slid way back. Like she did not want to get near me. And I was like, so
better get away from me.
I kind of wish she hit me. It would have been a pretty good crash. It would have been pretty good. Like I wouldn't have died, but like I would have got a new car. Yeah, I would have got a new car. I would have got a new story. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, car crashes are very interesting, and people dying is interesting. But
as far as Instagram content goes, though, we were talking about this earlier. Is there any like really, really specific ads you see on Instagram?
I'm pretty sure it's hooked up to your browser.
It has to be.
Because like I've looked up things on my browser and then like immediately it's on there.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, I'm assuming it's linked.
Yeah.
It would be shocking if it wasn't, but yeah, no, I get stuff all the time, or like stuff that like I almost bought because I was at the website. Like I was even in checkout and I was like, nah, forget it. I'm gonna save my money.
But then the ad shows up on your Instagram. Yeah.
Dude, if you ever buy one thing from the Instagram app in the Instagram browser, I swear
it doesn't go away.
It targets you.
It haunts
you. It targets you because it's like, yo, you bought these shoes. Check out this sock ad. Check out these pants that would match your shoes. It's like, oh man, Instagram ads do almost get me a lot of the time.
No, dude, but all that stuff looks like pretty nice as hell.
You sent one the other day. It was like they were like Japanese like hoodies almost.
Yeah, they were just like dude, they're like the coolest shirts.
The Japanese shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, right.
I would wear that shit.
God bless you, Sean.
No, I'm not saying it's not cool. I think it was cool.
I thought it was cool too. I don't know if
I couldn't pull it off.
But like
because I'm not a Japanese rice farmer, but you could pull it off. Sean.
If Sean wore it, I'd be like, damn, like that's nice.
It was one of those shirts that was like meant for like really muscular Japanese guys, which I didn't know existed except outside of anime. Because like it's like so like pronounced on the chest, like on the pectoral and right on the upper arm, but nowhere else. It's really weird. Because I like the style, like kind of like a weird, like an old-fashioned Henley, essentially. But it was like tight in weird places. I was like, no, that's not for me.
I thought they were cool.
Oh, they're cool. I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah.
But, Instagram ads get me all the time.
Well, people always are like, is my phone listening to me? I was just talking about this, but they probably just like searched it up.
You just search it up. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But,
Instagram ads they'll hit you, but I have not bought anything from Instagram yet. I don't think I ever will. I don't get on I only get on Instagram to like scroll through for like 30 seconds and then just like memes. Like I don't really fuck with Instagram super hard anymore.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing. I don't know.
What is your thing?
Twitter.
All right, we'll get to that.
Everyone knows that. I feel like most people know that.
Everybody knows me on Twitter.
Dude. Not everybody. At least 486 people know me on Twitter.
You have that number memorized?
I do. I watch my followers very closely.
Why?
Because like,
why do you care?
I just need to know. It's Twitter, man. I love Twitter.
I know, but even if you love Twitter, like
I love me some Twitter.
Why do you do it for the people that follow you versus for you?
I do it for me. Have you seen the things I post?
I know, but you only do it because you get gratification of like, 482 or 20 likes or 50 likes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's the gratification, and to each their own. Saying, but it's like that's not healthy because at some point there's going to be where either it dies out or something.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not going to get that anymore.
And if it dies, it dies. I don't think I'll be like butthurt about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying like even you die or even your comedy dies or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like there very well could be a point where it's like, oh, people just don't like my stuff anymore. People don't like what I say. That's fine.
And I wouldn't have a platform to like put it on. So I'd have all these things and I'm like, where am I going to put it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I see where you are and I can see that from what I understand, this is where I was at one point.
Yeah.
Like in high school, that's what I cared about. I cared about all the likes, the favorites, the followers, the interactions, the things like that. Versus like, you know what I mean? And so like just speaking from my experiences, like learning to evolve as like personally, it's like I didn't care as much and nobody else really cared after like high school about like all the numbers and all the stuff like that, or like just liking things just because. So it was like a shock to me where I was like, I don't really I shouldn't really care about this. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm going to put stuff out there for me. And if it gets 10 likes or 10 favorites or 0, you know what I mean? It's not for them. It's for me. You know, hopefully I can make somebody laugh out loud or, you know, but I don't know.
I mean, is this podcast for us or is it for
It's
the
always
people that
been
are
for
listening?
us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Ever since the beginning, and you could look back at the first episode where we talk about, like, even if no one listened to it, you know, the mission statement was always like, we could always have this. In 20 years, we could look back at this if
And
we're still
listen to it,
alive
yeah.
and still listen to it.
If Ryan's still alive, I'm sure he'll listen to it in 20 years.
Braden, Ryan's dead. It's not your fault.
Dude,
You need to let him go.
But with that, I don't think that, I mean, if you're trying to make good content, you can't just make it for you. You've got to give a little bit for yourself and give a little bit for them.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
I mean, there's a give
isn't
and
that
take,
like what like Taika Waititi said or something? with,
Yeah,
like, his
well,
movies?
you know, he's a indie film director who occasionally does big blockbusters like Thor Ragnarok, and he said, like, you got to do one for them and one for you. You know, one project for the studios so that they can give you more money so that you can do the project you want to do for you. And, like, to an extent, like, when there's financial money involved, it's like, yeah, like, directors or artists or things like that, sometimes they do have to sacrifice their total vision to execute something that, you know, makes a lot of people happy or makes a lot of people money or something like that. But, like, just a post, it's like, you know, do you do it for you or do you do it for them?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the second you have to do everything for them, whoever they are, it's not genuine. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, it always, whatever you're doing should always really be for you or for the ones that you love out of that love for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to do things, you know, even at this point where there are people who like love the podcast. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm still doing this for them, and I'm so glad that people enjoy it that I'm going to make sure that I keep doing it and that I keep doing a good job.
But in the end, it's still about us three.
But yeah, it's like if everyone else unfollowed the Instagram page or stopped listening and we dropped down to 0 views a month, it would like probably break my heart.
It would hurt.
It would hurt a lot, but
hurt.
it's like, again, it's like I'd have to remind myself of like, yo, this is for me. Like,
it's just like more motivate. Like when people like follow us, like and like for like the podcast and everything, it's like, damn, like I want to keep doing this and I want to put out better content than what I was doing before. And if everyone unfollowed, I'd be like, it would definitely hurt. I'd be like, that sucks. And I'd probably go through a dip. But like seeing the numbers, I'm like this is just, it's just cool, you know? I don't know.
it is gratifying.
It's super gratifying.
And I think like I feel like there's a separation, at least in my head, of like the podcast versus like my tweet. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a big difference.
Yeah, because it's like
the
my
podcast is more of a project.
Yeah, it's like it's an honestly like I don't want to call it what it is, but I mean it's like an art to an extent.
Yes,
it's not, you know, anything crazy, but you know, to us it's what we make. You know what I mean? And so it's like I want that to do good because we do put a lot of time into it. You know,
we put a ton.
We
of time.
decided to do, you know, twice a week episodes, which
it's a grind.
Isn't an industry standard by any means, but you know, it started out as, and essentially it's really the only way us hang out pretty much consistently. Like if we don't podcast, we really don't see each other. And so it's a way of holding us together and doing like, something fun and making something. It's
kind of like if we're going to hang out, like, hey, you want to get dinner this night? Like, we could go do something? Like, yeah, while we're at it, we'll podcast. Yeah. Usually it's like, we'll podcast and then we'll do this. You know? But I don't know, it's fun. It keeps us hanging.
Yeah.
I mean, like it a lot.
Well, I think I disagree with you guys at like if like everybody who listens or everybody that follows just left, we went down to 0 in one night. I don't think that we would really stick around.
You don't think so?
I think we'd still keep hanging out. I don't think that we'd be sticking around for the podcast. I mean, what would be the point in just sitting in a room talking with microphones and recording when we can be doing something else, hanging out and talking and playing Smash Bros or something? I mean, I think to an extent, like we are doing this for other people. I think that recognition and validation is a currency. Yeah. Like it's like a social, emotional currency. I think that the more that you have of that, the more validation and recognition that you have, the better you'll feel about yourself, the more rich you'll feel in your soul. And I think that that's why some people will get they'll indulge in that so much that they'll just be doing it for the validation and recognition because it's made them feel so good to the point where they think that, you know, they need to get beyond what they already are. Yeah. And
you make a good point.
Well, it's like I think you can look at PewDiePie as like a very prime example. Like he was doing like you flash back like a year or two ago where he's like still doing like daily uploads. And it was like he was doing it for his fans because that's what his fans wanted, but he wasn't happy. He wasn't even making the content he wanted for like a year. Do you know what I mean? And even now it's like he goes through phases where it's like, I'm kind of sick of doing this. Do you know what I mean?
No, he said that. He was like, I don't like what I make.
Yeah.
I'm just making it for you.
Yeah.
And then he got sick of it, and now he uploads for himself for the most part.
Yeah.
And it seems like he enjoys himself more.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I don't know. I mean, we all have our own reasons to do it, and it's obviously very much easier said than done because it would again break our hearts if it would. Obviously, and I mean, maybe it will. Maybe it will drop to 0. I don't know. You know, someday it will. Yeah. But I would personally like to see it as a second act, like a comeback. You know what I mean? Like it's always darkest right before the dawn. You know, that kind of thing where it's like, hey, we dropped to 0. If we keep doing what we're doing, maybe next month we'll get 1,000. Yeah, you know what I mean? Something like that.
Sean does make a good point though, because I've seen a lot of like really cool projects, like not with just other people, but like with me, where like I'll do it for like quite some time, and I'm like, this is really fun. I'm doing it for me. I really enjoy doing it for myself, but it's like I share it and no one cares. You know what I mean? Like I think
like your show and tell story.
Yeah, like my show and tell story. What episode is that on? Childhood?
It's Childhood, like 21 or 19.
Yeah, go watch Childhood. I tell it pretty.
Or just look at the highlight reel from our Instagram page.
Oh yeah, that's on there.
Yeah, I clipped it.
I liked that. The otter.
Little otter holding the guitar.
That picture is so sad, man. But yeah, like that's how I see every kid that starts a YouTube channel nowadays. Like if you start a YouTube channel today and you grinded at it for like 3 months, like just constant shit, like putting up shit, like it could either blow up, which would be cool, or you'll get like 30 followers or subscribers and you'll be like, I really thought it would be bigger than this by now. And then you kind of lose motivation because you don't have that constant like feel good.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want to do it anymore, and you stop.
Yeah, but it's all about the people who, you know, and obviously it's not for everyone. There's probably millions of talented people that have tried and tried and tried, and we might never see their stuff. But, you know, it's all about, you know, getting lucky and persevering through the rough parts and keep dreaming and keep going and going and going. And that's one of, you know, La La Land's one of my favorite movies, and that kind of reminds me of that. Is there's a lot of times where they could give up and, you know, for their dream in Hollywood, and they don't. And so they get lucky and it all works out. And so I don't know. I like that, but I like...
while we're talking about the podcast and how we're doing, we just hit 2,500 downloads.
We did.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we hit that milestone real quick. We hit 2,000, 2,500, and pretty speedy.
It was about like 25 days apart. It was almost a month apart, which is crazy that a month. I was more impressed that a month had gone by since that.
Yeah.
Because that felt like a week and a half ago.
It's wild.
It's nuts.
Yeah. So
road to 5K, baby.
Hashtag road to 5K. Yeah, no, that was sick. Really cool. So like, but like, you know, why is it that you personally at least do social media? Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like that one is like, it rewards you for like doing things that other people like. Do you know what I mean? That number.
It's such a loaded
That number
question.
promotes you to bigger, the Explore page, for example, where, you know, more people see your stuff, more people follow you, more people like you. And again, it's like just fanning the flames of I don't know. I'm glad that I've kind of stepped away from it personally, because I know that it was a very egotistical thing for me, where it was like I would do things just to photograph them.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Or it's like, oh shoot, hey, if we're going there, I need to take a photo. I need to make sure that I'm wearing this, and then I need to do this, and my hair needs to look like this. Or it's like I would just do things like, hey, let's just, you know, not that there's anything wrong with going out to take pictures, because I think it's important to have good pictures of yourself. But like, whereas like, oh, I want to go, like, I just want to take pictures of like myself, and, you know, and things like that, where it's like, I don't know, I want to do things, you know, just for me and my happiness versus like, you know, what people that I barely know. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like Instagram is cool to have a lot of followers, but it's like if nobody like cares about you as a person, I don't know. I don't personally like. I don't really like it. Like I don't really care for it. You know, I like when people like comment on my stuff, like genuine stuff or like jokes and stuff like that. They're taking their time out of their day to like interact versus like just a meaningless even if it's like the 1,000th one. I'd rather have something more meaningful.
Which on Instagram, what do you guys think about? I know you have one. What do you guys think about like it's like a journal, but it's on Instagram, like Instagram diaries, for example. Like you can put all your thoughts. Like you can have people follow. It's like a Finsta, but you have yours where like no one follows it, which is cool. Like it's like putting all your thoughts in a journal, but it's online. Like no one follows it. It's just for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, mine started out personally, so I've always had a couple of Instagram accounts, I suppose.
I have like 5.
Yeah, I have a couple. And well, originally, so I had my main account.
Yep.
I originally created not Ryan Lane, my secondary account, or Finsta, if you will, to kind of be like that. Like the first posts are very like journalish, you know what I mean, or very more inner thoughts or commentary, and I think I posted like 200 photos for like it was like 2.5 months before I before anyone even knew about it. Because I made sure that like it had no association with me. Like I didn't use the same email. I didn't follow anyone or let anyone follow me. Like so it wouldn't be like, you know, in the recommended or anything. And then, you know, I started letting people in, and I think like after a while, I just took it off private, and I would just like plug it on my main account, like you'll follow at not because it was always like at that point it was like I just want to be funny and be goofy and you know and make memes and just funny things like that, and then after like maybe a couple of months ago, I was like I should make another new account, so I made like I think it's rtl.thoughts on Instagram, where that is just like you know, lyrics or poems or just kind of ideas, like thoughts that I think are maybe not even important, but, you know, something that came from my brain.
Yeah.
And so I kind of want to express them and hold on to them and kind of expand them and see how they change. Because it's interesting because, like, I look back at some of the posts that I first made and their lyrics or, you know, poems that I wrote 1.5 years ago. And it's like, oh, that's interesting how that idea has either developed or changed.
I only brought it up because I made one the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's kind of therapeutic, isn't it?
I really like it. I only have like 5 posts on there. Yeah. But like, it's just nice. I don't know.
What are your, if you don't mind me asking, like what kind of stuff do you talk about? Is it just more of like daily logs, like, hey, today I did this? Or is it like thoughts?
It's actually something I never saw like, if you would have told me that 1 year ago, I would have posted that. I would have been like, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to sound kind of girly, but it's mostly like poems and just like what you said, just like stuff coming from my brain, like and like I don't know, I almost wouldn't feel right writing it down. Like I want a picture or a photo with it, so that in the future or whatever I can scroll and see like I chose. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, that's how mine is too. It's all like black and white photos, and it's all like aesthetic photos in a way.
That's what my account's called.
Really?
It's called Infatuated Aesthetic.
I like that. Ooh. I think I got a recommended for that.
It's just my profile picture is just white.
I know. Yeah, I think I did. I don't know. Maybe I did.
It's associated with me, but no one's following it.
Yeah, it's private, so who cares? But you know, it's like it is therapeutic, and it's really cool to have that. And it started out with like aesthetic photos, where it's like, okay, I just like found a photo that represents the idea that I share. Yeah. And then like, as I was scrolling through the photos, it's like, okay, I'm seeing these photos, and it's like, these are bringing new ideas. These are bringing new ideas, new songs, new poems, new lyrics into my head of like things that I can write about just for this photo.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, like, and you can tell too, there's a phase like where, you know, my mental health was pretty bad in the last couple of months. Like a couple months ago, it was like really bad, and that was when I was like writing the most. And like you can tell because the photos like represent a darker me, and like the lyrics, the words represent like, you know, very harmful things about myself. You know, and then you can see as it gets more vibrant again, like who I am. And so it's like, if it's a cool thing that I can keep up consistently, that'd be interesting to see how it plays out like over a year or a month, or, you know, however long I choose to do it. But someday I'd like to you know, publish it. I'd like to, you know, either get the rights to certain photos or take photos, or have photos taken of like the image that I'm going for in the Instagram, and then write it out. I don't know. I'd like to make a book. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be kind of cool.
John, do you have a secondary Instagram account?
No, I've been thinking about doing it. I feel like an asshole for this because like I'm like totally that guy that will like not listen to a band because they're popular. Like I've always been like that, and I've not been able to shake that. And it's the same with Finstas. So like I'll say like, oh, everybody's making a Finsta, but like, I don't have to do that. And so then like that's like my automatic response. But now like I'm kind of like thinking like, I should make a Finsta. And I'm like, well, I don't ever post like my actual Instagram like ever. I'll like send out like, you know, like reminders that I'm still alive like every few months and stuff. But I don't know if I'd ever like keep posting to a Finsta account.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one thing I've always absolutely respected about you is like your Instagram game, even in high school, was like never serious. Do you know what I mean? It was never like you always had good photos on there or like funny photos or like it was always you. You know what I mean? I feel like you, and I'm not trying to speak for you, you never really gave into the whole like scene of just looking perfect and everything's perfect in life and, you know, things like that. You know, so I always...
Which is like polar opposite from me, literally.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find some kind of zen in between both of those.
Yeah.
But I mean, I rarely post on my main account just because I don't really care. You know what I mean? It's like in high school, you care about everyone, or at least I did. You know what I mean? There was like 100 people that you'd care about, you'd have minimal interaction with just because you're in the same room as them. But now it's like, you know, I don't, you know, I hope the people from high school are doing okay, but I don't really need to see their, you know, wedding photo or their pregnant again, you know, things like that. If you get engaged or married, I unfollow you. If you're a girl.
Great, some more content I don't want to see.
Yeah. I don't want to see flashbacks of your wedding for the next 10 years.
Yep.
9 days. It's been 9 days. It's been 10 days.
Can't believe he's mine for eternity. All right, unfollow.
Okay.
It's like, all right, you guys have only known each other for 2 months. Are you sure you want to be with each other for eternity?
You sure about that, Chief?
Whatever.
Whatever about that.
To each their own. Yeah, no, I agree. I am almost kind of like that in the, oh, they're popular, I don't want to do it. Because like when I got a Finsta, it was like the prime, like the peak of everyone was starting to do it. And I was like, I really want to do something very different. And so that's why I like didn't show anyone. I didn't tell anyone. I just posted like movie reviews or just like whatever I wanted to. And that was like a breath of fresh air for me as somebody who was like not big on, but like held myself to a very high standard on Instagram. And so yeah, I don't know. It's they are nice, but you know, it's not for everyone. Social media isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
But I feel like one thing that has come from Instagram is like everyone, and this is just how technology has also shaped the world, is everyone has hella nice cameras pretty much on them compared to what it used to be. So everyone is like a photographer now. I don't know. That's been a big change.
Either you're a photographer or you know a photographer. Like it's not.
Everyone in Utah is a photographer.
That's why I got an iPhone. Yeah. That's why I got an iPhone, because it has like a good camera and stuff. That's really the only reason why I got an iPhone.
Android camera.
Android cameras are just shit. It's like
you can see all 8 pixels in the photo.
I love, you know, I hate to discriminate, but when people are like, "Yo, I want to listen to your podcast," I'm like, "Sweet, it's on iTunes." They're like, "Oh, I'm having an Android." I'm like, "It's on Spotify too." Like, but like, listen to it on iTunes. You should get an iPhone. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. Spotify has that thing where it's like Spotify and Hulu for like $6 a month or something.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh,
although you guys can just use my Hulu.
I already am.
Not the podcast listeners, but YouTube.
Yeah, what was your password?
We only
again?
have so many accounts we can have on
what's
there.
What's your username and password, buddy?
At Bray Adams.
Oh.
At or password is I don't know. I got nothing.
Hentai Babes 321.
Hentai Babes 321.
But
hacking boys.
Talking about the iPhones. Maybe this sounds weird, but I feel like my life is almost divided into like 2 halves. Like pre-iPhone and post-iPhone. It was really weird because like once I got an iPhone, people started changing and treating me differently. It was it was weird. It was
because you used to carry around some like $50 knockoff Chinese phone that you got from like a pawn shop.
I remember that thing, dude.
There was this phone that I bought off Amazon. It was like this. It was this Chinese phone, and I got it because it looked like an iPhone, and so I got it. And I remember like putting on like a Snapchat story, and I was all like, "Better picture quality coming soon." And then I got this Chinese phone. The picture quality was slightly better. It was noticeably better, but it still was shit.
Oh, man.
And then I finally got an iPhone, and it's like I could see what I really looked like. I could see all the
like, oh shit, go back.
It was like the first time like looking in a mirror, you're like, whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
It's like you ever
Oh
see
my
that
God.
meme where it was like I
That's
bought
me.
an iPhone from Chinatown and it charged to 101%, turned off and restarted with the Android background.
That's how it is, though.
Yeah.
It really be like that.
It really be like that.
Yeah, everyone's kind of a photographer. You know what I mean? Instagram gives that platform where it's like anyone can share a photo that they took, which is really unprecedented. I mean, it comes with social media, of course, but you know, to that influx of like you can take a great photo or you can take a very bad photo and share it with the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the idea of like taking like a cell phone camera and trying to make your picture look as good as you can. Like, make some good like composition, all that shit.
Throw a mean filter on it.
Throw a mean motherfucking filter on it.
Put like sepia on it, or what's it called?
Ooh, Valencia.
Valencia, like-
There's Moon. There's I only mess with the only Instagram edits I think I've ever used is just the standard black and white ones. Like the Moon sucks, and then
Well, there's like the sepia,
other one's not
like, There's like
bad.
the really shitty ones that make the whole outside. It's like a cam wow photo.
yeah,
You know,
they like burn the edges.
yeah.
Just crispy on the sides, like a old photo that survived the Great War.
But it still is like poorly done. You know, like it's yeah, classic.
Cam wow.
We should bring cam wow back. What if I posted a picture on Instagram
Unironically,
with a
Cam
cam wow filter?
wow.
I'm gonna check
Wow.
if they're. Do you think they've evolved, or do you think they've kept the nostalgia trashness of them?
Dude, I don't know.
I bet
feel
they
like
have new stuff, but they probably have the oldies but goodies on there.
That's
too.
what I want, and I want the cam wow fucking stamp on the side of my picture. How they put that?
I want them to make me pay extra for it, and then me never pay extra and just crop it out.
I remember so there's those filters that make you look like you're like sketched.
Yep, I remember
Make
those.
you look like you're sketched.
This was a big deal.
I
used one
remember
on Brayden.
there was this whole photo booth at the mall that my mom my mom she made me and my brothers like go there. Those were basically our family pictures. It was weird. Like we went to this photo booth. Like my two older brothers, they took a picture in this, and then like this like fake like computer sketch artist was like, "Ooh, looking very good," and like he like draws them out. I remember my little brother and I, we go in and like the sketch artist, the computer is drawing us out, and it's just making this blob. Like it's not even our faces or anything. Like what the hell is going on? And then like we look on the camera lens and there's just gum stuck on it. And the whole time the computer's like, "Wow, you're looking really good in this picture." And
Dude, what's with you getting swindled?
What's up with your weird life childhood?
Okay,
I
wanna
think
point
I
out
would like to think that it brings some explanation to like,
who you are today.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying, you sold Chinese Heelys
Yep.
for a minute.
I pulled up the CamWow app and it hasn't changed in years. I think,
It aged
judging by
well.
the screen, I think it's still running on iOS 4. Look at that. That's the old iPod. That
you're
is
right.
the iPod way
No.
of using it.
No, I want people to see this. Like,
I'll put it on the when this episode comes out. Here, you take a selfie as well,
okay.
and
it's so
I'll put
bad.
that on the Instagram.
Jesus God.
Oh, it did. No, but like I'm looking at it right now. I wish you guys could see it. It's like
They will.
I know, but screenshot it so they see how small the screen is.
Yes.
So it cuts up. The CamWow app is so old. It cuts off like a centimeter at the bottom, where like where like the screen wouldn't go
Used
because
to be.
because the iPhone 4 was that small. Like that's what it's fitting, and that's so.
It keeps crashing too. Like
Does
every
it?
time you try to open it, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just
that's
crashing.
that's so funny.
That thing is cursed. Did you guys ever experience the drop off in after high school for like Instagram or social
didn't.
medias? You didn't?
I really didn't know.
Sean, did you?
Wait,
I guess
sorry,
you
what? I
never
missed
really
that.
posted religiously, but like, did you ever notice like a drop off in between like how many reception, like how much reception your post would get before or after graduation? Like, did you notice a difference?
Yes, I think I got more after graduation.
What?
No, it's weird. Yeah, I remember thinking this because you were talking about how like right after, like on Twitter, like after high school, nobody ever like liked your stuff. Like it was weird for me, like because I've mainly done Instagram. Like in high school, I got pretty okay stuff, but after high school, that's kind of like when I started taking off. But I mean, I would get like over 100.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, like even the people like I would interact with, like they would tweet all summer and like nothing would blow up, and it was like, oh, maybe everyone's like busy or everyone's going on missions or something.
Yeah.
And then like it just never really was what it was for me or the people that I knew. But yeah, everything kind of dropped off for a while, and I thought like, oh, they all got back like last year, I think, for their missions, I think. And it was like some of them, like Lewis would try to bring it back, and it was like, dude, like, it like wouldn't come back, and I was like, dude, like your tweets are still fire.
He made a valiant effort.
He did. Like he was like tweeting every day, and he still does, and his tweets are still fire. But like, there's no reception. It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame.
I feel like a lot of the stuff though, like this kind of sounds. I guess this is kind of a dumb statement, but like. The second you're somebody, you could tweet anything and everyone will love it.
No, if you're a hot girl, you could tweet the dumbest shit and you'll everyone will be like, yeah.
And it's like there's so many tweets out there that it's like they're not really like any big person of interest. So it's like their fire tweets get nothing.
Yep.
And it's criminal.
Like
it's criminal.
We were talking
at
about
Cole Jones.
Cole Jones, dude.
We love you.
I love Cole Jones tweets, but he's not like super popular. And I'm like, dude, this is a fire tweet. Like this should get.
Well, I don't know if he's not super popular, but like he's not a famous social media.
Well, no,
what's his username on Twitter?
Just Cole Jones, I think.
At Cole Jones.
At Cole Jones.
But like, dude, any girl that's semi cute could just post anything, just like the dumbest shit. I saw a girl the other day that tweeted, "Why are you a fucking psycho?" That's it, no context, and it just blew up. And I'm like, there's no context. I don't get it, like,
dude. But that's fucking relatable.
I hate relatable shit.
That's fucking.
I hate
psycho.
relatable.
Dude, why are you such a psycho?
Relatable bait.
I guess you got a point. Maybe I'll go back and fave it.
It's at Cole COLE PJONE SSSS. I believe that's 4 S's. At Cole Jones.
At Cole Jones.
At Cole Jones.
Cole Jones.
Cole Jones.
Ooh, it kind of has like a sizzle.
It does. Let's see. Who has the best content on social media?
On social media,
ooh,
like consistently quality.
I don't think it would be anyone famous.
I'm gonna stray over to YouTube. Because that's my main. Outside of Instagram, YouTube is my main.
YouTube, I fuck with YouTube.
I'd have to say,
that's a hard one.
Cinefix is really good.
Cinefix is really good.
They're the ones that do like the top the top 10, top 20 lists of like movies and stuff.
Wait, do they?
Yeah. They do like the
stuff.
Welcome back to WatchMojo.com.
WatchMojo. Screen rants.
Yeah.
Dude, you've been scrolling through YouTube at 2 in the morning when a WatchMojo video pops up.
Dude, I get reeled in, and sometimes I can't come out. Like I'll just be watching WatchMojo all night.
I've done that.
They've got a top 10 for everything. Like I bet I could look up top 10 hairless ape fights, and they'd be like, "Here's 5 of those videos."
Bet.
And here's
don't do it. Although I'd win that one, but I haven't got into them in a couple of years. Maybe I'll see a video here once in a while, and it's like
I feel like I've watched them all, but like not all of them, but like I don't know.
I feel like there's just like an infinite amount. Like I'll watch like all the ones that I thought were there, and then like more will pop up. I think they post like every day,
dude,
like multiple times a
WatchMojo
day.
does not sleep.
They must have like a whole center of just people pushing out content. Some like big guy with like a whip whipping like little like children, like top 10 everything.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Top 10 breads.
Top 10 flavors of bread.
Coming in at number 1. See, sourdough.
Yeah, no, YouTubers is probably the best route of finding the best content consistently, because social media is all over the place all the time, no matter who you are. But like, yeah, no, there's some really good YouTubers out there. Like I like, there's a guy, Houston Productions 1.
I feel like I've heard of that before.
He's very, he doesn't have a huge fan base, but he deserves the biggest, because he makes just these fire video analysis or short films, and really cool dude. I follow him on Twitter. Just crazy nice guy. But then like Every Frame of Painting, you know,
I miss him so much.
Yeah. What are the other
Filthy
movies
Frank.
with Mikey?
Movies with Mikey. Okay, yes, movies with Mikey. That's gonna be in my list because he's
bring
just
back Filthy
amazing.
Frank.
We're not bringing back Filthy Frank.
Bring
He's
him
happy.
back.
No, he's happy doing Joji stuff.
That's true. I love Joji. Dude.
Joji is fire.
Joji
I heard
is fire.
Jacob did get me into that recently.
He's
Joji's
really good.
Yeah, talented dude.
I watched
like,
his one of his videos.
Video essays are personally very good.
That's like all I watch on YouTube is video essays.
Yeah. Me too. Except I like my watch later is like in the 800s now.
Really?
It's just gotten higher and higher. Like probably 3 months ago it was in the 300s. I was keeping it, and I was like getting it down.
Yeah.
And I was like keeping it at bay, like slowly working at it.
There's just too much,
There's
dude.
just
You're
too
like,
much.
I want to watch this.
I want to watch this 3-hour interview with Elon Musk. I watched a lot of Elon Musk.
Elon Musk
Elon Musk is
smoke
nuts.
a fat doink.
Oh, hit that doink, boy.
Smoking doinks and
What a guy he
Amish.
is.
Oh my god! I feel like YouTube is at like a lull right now. I haven't been able to find
No?
like.
I
Yeah.
could send you so much stuff.
I
You
could
got
tell
it
you
because
just-
I have been trying to find good videos, but like I just like I'll scroll like all night. I just can't find anything that like piques my interest.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just
like,
like-
really good. I have
I'm,
like a
like,
lot of really
overwhelmed.
good,
Like
lesser known YouTube channels, like
yes,
Carson Runquist Films and Stuff, I think is what it's called, which is a good name.
because I've like I've
yeah.
strayed into some weird territory.
There's
like,
a dark side of YouTube, definitely.
Like I've like strayed into like it's just like the randomest shit. Like it'll be all like, oh, what happens if you drop a bowling ball 20 stories? I'm like, I gotta
don't
find
know,
out.
Click.
I got nothing
Click
else
this
going on.
20-minute
Let's find out.
Shout out to the people on the comments who are like, video starts at 4:12.
Yep.
Bowling ball drops at 18:19 of a 20-minute video.
Seriously, I hate that. Video.
I love it's
just-
like when you click on a video and then it's like it starts with one guy. He's like, "What's up, everybody? Today we've got a great prank for you.
What is going on, guys?
It is mommy makeout day."
day.
Yeah, there we go.
Mommy makeout day.
I hate. Speaking of prank invasion and whatever his name is,
Is that Joey Salads?
no,
Joey Salad.
Joey Salads is Joey Salads. Prank
Oh.
invasion something else.
Prank Invasion is just the dude that.
Is insane. Has been in prison for the last 3 months.
Oh shit!
No,
what?
but that's what H3 thinks, because the dude disappeared and then he came back just ripped, just shredded, and then trying
Oh,
to
he
trying
tried
to
to
challenge
fight
him
him.
in a fight. Yeah, and H3's like, dude, I'm not getting in a freaking ring with you, man. You're insane, and you've probably been in prison for the last 3 months getting jacked up.
He's just been in the mountains training to fight H3. I'm gonna pierce right through that fupa with my fist.
I feel like there's no like pride, like I couldn't be proud of like beating a fat man. You know what I mean? It's like taking candy from a homeless kid. It's like,
No,
He
no.
got, like jacked.
Dude, if it's like a huge, big fucking
I'm not
fat
talking
guy,
about the
I would
blob
totally be
from
proud of it.
Logan. I'm talking about like just a standard chubby dude, like just any run of the mill Walmart man that you see. It's like there's no gratification like beating
I
that
would be
guy
proud.
up.
Shit out of that
I would
guy.
be so proud.
If you're like 10 years younger than him and jacked because you've been in prison for 3 months, I don't think that's.
If I was how I was now, and there was just some big just fat guy in Walmart that I got in a fight with, and I won.
No, but just
I
calling
would-
out H3, would you do that?
No, he's my dad, dude. He's the dad of YouTube. Papa.
Exactly. So why would you do that?
Well, I guess you're right. I mean, I wouldn't feel very proud about fighting my dad. Would you guys feel proud about like punching your dad right in the face?
I would feel kind
No.
of sad.
I would never. I could never look at him again.
Okay.
I hit my dad.
Dude, lately I've been on a weird.
Glad we can all agree on something.
Sean's like, I wasn't going that way. Sean's like, I want to fucking beat the shit out of my dad.
Dude. But out of us three, whose dad would, like, if our dads were to just all three get in the ring?
Braden's dad would
My
win.
dad for
Yeah.
sure.
Especially if he had the truck with him.
He pulls into the ring.
He pulls up into the ring and the other dad's back out.
God.
My dad will pull up to the ring with a gun, with a shotgun on his back, and he will.
Like 30
And an
guns
eagle
on
on
his
his
back.
arm.
Yep.
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 My dad's pretty redneck. It's whatever though.
Glad we could all agree on something again.
Good. No, there's some bad content out there. Like the Paul Bros are really bad.
Yep.
Like all the trending stuff is so bad.
Anything Cody Co makes fun of is bad.
Lele Pons.
Yep, that's
Dog
awful.
shit.
Awful. He makes fun of like the ones that like I talked to a doll at 3 a.m. and I got possessed.
I called the Boss Baby real, not clickbait. Gone wrong.
I FaceTimed the Boss Baby.
I actually watched that whole video.
Did you?
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Didn't hold up.
No.
Guys, he answered.
The prank ones, the Dobre brothers are very bad.
And like they always, their English is always really broken. Like, guys, he answered. He
just doing an English accent.
No, but like I can't replicate it because I
You're
can't
good.
speak English.
You're good, buddy. You're good. Sean, is there any content that you hate? Those Instagram comedians. Those are very bad.
I hate Instagram comedy.
Oh,
Dude,
they're
all it
bad.
is just like two douchey dudes like objectifying some girl.
hot
Like
girl, yeah.
she'll be in
hot
like
girl using it again for clout. Yeah.
there was this one. There were these like two dudes, and this guy, I don't even know what he was doing. He like drops his phone and he pins this girl up against a window, and then like his friend is behind the window and her ass is like pressed up against the glass. And he's like taking pictures of like her ass and like.
And it's like the thumbnail of that was the ass.
And it's
pressed
supposed,
up
it's
against-
like
funny.
supposed to be funny to like someone, and,
yeah,
you're
it's
like,
got-
what
dude,
the hell?
It's got like
It's
a
just
billion
softcore
views though.
porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always softcore porn. Same with that prank invasion, dude. It's always just softcore to get like the 13-year-old kids who can't get into Pornhub for some reason, even though all it is, are you over 18? Yes, no.
Yes or no.
What kid has pushed no?
I'm like,
I
oh, I'm
cannot
not.
tell.
He's like,
I
God
cannot
damn
tell a
it.
lie.
He backs out.
Why can't I find a site that's not age restricted?
My mom told me not to lie. She did also tell you not to look at porn. So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Read the Bible.
What is the best social media currently at the moment? Bray, I mean that is kind of a personal question as well.
I would say YouTube. I love Twitter, but I would say YouTube.
You'd say YouTube.
I mean, it's like a social media per se, but I would say YouTube.
Yeah, that's fair. Probably. I think it's got the best content. But
Yeah,
it's like,
just 'cause
how
it's
often can you
videos.
do it? If you have 2 minutes, do you pull up YouTube or do you pull up Twitter?
I pull up Twitter.
Exactly.
Because, well, most of the time I can't listen to it, like with volume. Like, I have to be like
Exactly.
at home and like, I have to like listen, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys ever watch YouTube in the car?
No.
I do that way too much. I don't
It's, like,
like
dangerous.
I don't like watch it. I don't like watch it. Maybe I do. It depends on what it is. Usually I don't. Usually like all the stuff I listen to or watch is mostly audio heavy.
Gotcha.
So it's just on there and I have YouTube Red, so it's like I can close the app and do whatever anyways. But yeah, especially because I'm just trying to take down that watch later.
Sean, are you a YouTube man?
I am definitely a YouTube man, but I think that the social media that I probably admire the most is Reddit. And
that's interesting.
I think Reddit is awesome. I'm never on it ever, but I think the idea of Reddit is awesome just because like
Reddit.
there's a disconnect of like who you are like physically, like you're not trying to like amp up yourself to people. You're like trying to like you are posting about your interests, and then you're trying to find people who find that also like those interests. Like you follow like pages, like I'll follow like writing things, or like I'll follow like film accounts or something like that. And like I'll just like when I want to know, like when I want to like look at new stuff about film and like books and stuff like that, I'll go and look into Reddit. And then there's a whole bunch of other people that are also interested in that, but like nobody's like on there like trying to get famous.
Reddit's phenomenal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reddit's
No Sleep
cool.
is great. I like
No Sleep is
great.
Ask Reddit is good. Me IRL is really good.
Ask Reddit's funny.
Ask Reddit is hilarious. I stole a lot of our questions from there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
just like sorted by new. I dragged through new for that
Yeah.
because it was like I went from top and that wasn't yielding anything. But
Have you ever
yeah, no, Reddit's cool. Reddit,
have you ever followed No Stupid Questions?
yes, that is a good one.
That is a good
People are funny. People are good. I like r/whoosh.
Whoosh?
That's the one. That's the thing when something goes over their head. So it's like when people are like, no, that's not right. Vegans don't eat meat, and it's like r/whoosh.
Like, yeah. Joking over your head. Yeah, I like that. That's funny.
That Reddit's pretty good.
Yes, I'm a vegan. Yes, I eat meat. Yes, we exist.
Like, wait, what?
Yes, I'm a virgin. Yes, I have sex. Yes, we exist. I liked all the comments.
Yes, I'm an atheist.
Replies to that one.
Yes, I believe in God. Yes, we exist.
r/whoosh.
God is gay.
Can you please elaborate on that?
No.
I love that.
That is so funny.
God is gay. Please elaborate. No.
God bless you, David Lynch.
God.
But also, you say things that I just hate sometimes, David. Like how he thinks film is dying and how television is the future. It's like, that's not right. That ain't it.
I think it is in
Television,
a way.
in a way, can
Movies
flesh
aren't gonna
out a
go away.
story that a movie can't, just because of how movies are structured. But I don't know. I'd take a movie any day.
TV shows they're a consistent money flow, I'd say.
Yes.
But
In
I
a
think that's the
sense.
only way that David Lynch is right.
This is another long one. We've been
long
pumping
one.
out some long
There's
content.
no way we're
recently.
beating an hour 45 though.
That was that was
What was that? That was wild.
a trek. That was episode 50, I thought.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if- yeah, I
That
don't
was
know.
a trek. That was a. God bless you if you listen.
We ran
to all that.
a
I don't know
mile,
if-
man.
I
That
don't know if
night.
anyone exists. Anyway, should we wrap it up there? I mean, we've blown through quite a bit. I mean,
Yeah, we're just gonna talk. The rest of the stuff we have on there is kind of Facebook related, but I feel like that could be a mini conversation because honestly,
We'll talk
screw
about it.
Facebook.
Everyone knows Facebook's garb. Your mom probably uses it. Your
My
dad
mom is
uses
probably listening to this and looking at Facebook at the same time. She's like, "How could they say that?
it. Like, why haven't they talked about Facebook yet?
Why haven't you guys talked about the real social media application, Facebook.com
Facebook.
/ Laura Lane?"
Yup. Go
Yo.
follow at
It had its time.
facebook.com/Laura
It
Lane.
did.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up right there. Though we'll have some more chats about social media in the future, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
thank you guys for listening. We love you, and we'll see you later.
Love you.
That's
Bye.
it.